באהבה, באמונה נוכל לגעת בנשמה. אם רק נבחין, נראה ניסים, כל ישראל כולם אחים. באהבה, באמונה נוכל לגעת בנשמה. אם רק נבחין, נראה ניסים, כל ישראל כולם אחים. כולם
Shalom, shalom, everybody, and welcome. My name is Cindy Jacobs. I'm the dean for the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. I'd like to ask you to please take your seats because we are about to get started. So please, if you would, take your seats. At that time, I'd also invite you to turn off your cell phones and other devices that might ring. I know some of us have a lot of things on our phones these days. The class of 2025 will be processing shortly. Wow, that was good. How many of us want to get up and dance to this song? Okay, just waiting for word. No. Ezra, those are seats for the graduates. Ezra.
הגיע הזמן להתעורר, לעזוב הכל, להתגבר, לשוב הביתה, לא לחפש מקום אחר. הגיע הזמן להשתנות, גם אם פספסנו תחנות, אפשר לרדת, יש רכבת, חזרה לשכונות. הכל אפשר רק אם נרצה, המחפש תמיד מוצא, גם אם הוא נמצא אישה מרחק בקצה. דלתות שמיים לא ננעלו, כשהבן קורא הצילו, אבא שבשמיים מגיע אפילו שעשינו משהו רע. הוא מוחל וסולח, מושיט ידו לעזרה, ונותן ברחמיו את הכוח לתקן ולשוב אליו. הגיע הזמן להתחרט, אם כבר לברוח אז מאחת, אם כבר לקחת אז לקחת בשביל לתת. וזה הזמן להתקרב, לא לפחד מהכאב, ואם לתת אז כבר לתת מכל הלב. הכל אפשר רק אם נרצה, המחפש תמיד מוצא, גם אם הוא נמצא אישה מרחק בקצה. דלתות שמיים לא ננעלו, כשהבן קורא הצילו, אבא שבשמיים מגיע אפילו שעשינו משהו רע. הוא מוחל וסולח, מושיט ידו לעזרה, ונותן ברחמיו את הכוח לתקן ולשוב אליו. אפילו שעשינו משהו רע, הוא מוחל וסולח, מושיט ידו לעזרה, ונותן ברחמיו את הכוח לתקן ולשוב אליו. הגיע הזמן להתעורר, לעזוב הכל, להתגבר, לשוב הביתה. הגיע הזמן להתעורר, לעזוב הכל, להתגבר, לשוב הביתה, לא לחפש מקום אחר. הגיע הזמן להשתנות, גם אם פספסנו תחנות, אפשר לרדת, יש רכבת, חזרה לשכונות. הכל אפשר רק אם נרצה, המחפש תמיד מוצא, גם אם הוא נמצא אישה מרחק בקצה. דלתות שמיים לא ננעלו, כשהבן קורא הצילו, אבא שבשמיים מגיע אפילו שעשינו משהו רע. הוא מוחל וסולח, מושיט ידו לעזרה, ונותן ברחמיו את הכוח לתקן ולשוב אליו. הזמן להתחרט, אם כבר לברוח אז מאחת, אם כבר לקחת אז לקחת בשביל לתת. וזה הזמן להתקרב, לא לפחד מהכאב, ואם לתת אז כבר לתת מכל הלב. הכל אפשר רק אם נרצה, המחפש תמיד מוצא, גם אם הוא נמצא אי שם הרחק בקצה.
Rise as friends, faculty, staff, and trustees. I am thrilled and honored to welcome you to Gann Academy's 26th commencement ceremony, celebrating the class of 2025. I invite everybody to rise as I ask the members of the class of 2025 shenanigans to come up to sing the Star-Spangled Banner and Hatikva. The texts and translations can be found on the second page of your program book. Please stand as you are able and face the flag during each, the Star-Spangled Banner and Hatikva. You may be seated. Thank you, Gedalia, Ariel, Chelsea, Gaia, and Ella. It is now my pleasure to welcome Rabbi David Lerner from Temple Emmanuel in Lexington and parent of soon to be three Gann graduates, to deliver the invocation.
My dear students, parents, friends, and faculty of Gann Academy, we gather this afternoon to celebrate our students and their accomplishments. And yet we do so mindful of the pain and uncertainty that weigh heavily on this moment. For Israel and for America, these are days of fear and fragility. As Jews, we feel the threats around us in hateful speech, acts of violence, and growing concern across our communities. Iranian missile attacks have killed civilians and soldiers, Jews and Arabs, children and adults. To all those who are mourning, we send a message of nechama, of consolation and compassion and strength. To the wounded, we send our prayers for refuah shlema, for healing. And to the hostages still held in Hamas captivity, now for some 617 days, our hearts remain with you. You and your families are not forgotten. Our fervent prayers are with all the people of Israel, including so many of our own families and friends seeking shelter in the shadow of danger. Let this moment of fear also be a moment of connection. Let our gathering this afternoon be filled also with gratitude and purpose. May it be an act of resilience and rootedness in who we are. I invite you to rise for the prayer for the state of Israel. Avinu Shebashamayim, Tzur Yisrael v'Goalo, Barech et Medinat Yisrael, Reshit Tzmichat Gulatenu, Hagen alea be'evrat chastecha, Ufros alea sukat shlomecha, Ushlach orcha v'amitcha l'rashea, Sarea v'yoatzea, V'takneim b'yitzat tova milfanecha. Chazek et yedei Miginei Eretz Kodshenu, Vanchilem Eloheinu Yeshua, V'ateret Nitzachon Teatrem, V'natanta Shalom Ba'aretz, V'simchat Olam Liyoshvea, V'nomar, Amen. Avinu Shebashamayim, stronghold and redeemer of the people of Israel, bless the state of Israel, the beginning of our redemption. Shield it with your love, spread over it the shelter of your peace, guide its leaders and advisors with your light and your truth. Help them with good counsel. Strengthen the hands of those who defend our holy land. Deliver them, crown their efforts with triumph. Bless the land with peace and its inhabitants with lasting joy. And let us say, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu, God of our ancestors, we are filled with gratitude, even as we carry concern for Israel and the threats around her. For my wife and for me, this day is deeply personal. As our third and youngest child graduates with this truly extraordinary class, we mark not only a milestone in his life, but the closing of a decade as Gann parents. To the teachers, the coaches, the mentors, and administrators, thank you. You have nurtured not only intellect, but character, heart, and soul. There is a Hebrew word that beautifully captures the spirit of this school, machberet, a notebook. Its root letters, chet, bet, and resh, also form the word chaver, a friend, chevra, a community, and chibur, connection and composition. Gann is a machberet in every sense, a place where you composed your identities, where you built friendships and forged deep connections to Torah and to the world. In this week's parasha, Shlach Lecha, Moses sends leaders to scout out the land. Most return paralyzed by fear, but two, Kalev and Yoshua, return with vision. They are called to be the eyes for the people, to see not only the dangers of the moment and what lies before them, but also the promise, also the possibility. Graduates, may you be those eyes. May you see clearly, act wisely, and lead with courage. May your lives be chiburim, rich compositions of meaning, friendship, and responsibility. In a world pulled towards extremes, politically, religiously, you have been given a rare and precious gift, a pluralistic Judaism rooted in nuance, curiosity, and deep respect for complexity. You are now charged with the sacred task of holding out a vision for the future of our people. Hold fast to the foundation you've received here from your inspiring teachers, from our sacred texts, and from the stories of our people. It is now in your hands to write the next chapter, a chapter that will need to meet the challenges of this time with wisdom and with hope. A modern Israeli Siddur offers this prayer upon leaving the Beit Midrash, the study hall. Yehi ratzon milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu, may it be your will, Adonai, our God and God of our ancestors, shetitzameach banu torat chesed v'torat da'at, that you cause to flourish within us a Torah of kindness and a Torah of knowledge. V'taskil lifnei pnei chol basar, and that it bring insight before all people. And let us say, Amen. Mazel tov to each of you. We can't wait to see where you go next. You may be seated.
Thank you, Rabbi Lerner. Mazel tov to you and your family. Class of 2025. It's customary at these ceremonies for we, the adults, to give you the advice on how to live your life. But I don't think many of us in this room can actually, in good faith, give you advice today. As Rabbi Lerner described, the world outside is really dark, complicated. Since you've been in high school in these 4 short years, you've endured a pandemic, a contested election, October 7th, and now a war with Iran. We created a mess for you to clean up. So I can't offer you advice, but I can tell you what all of you have taught us, your educators, these past 4 years. A few things. The first lesson that you taught us was about how hard it is to build community. You guys were a little rough when you came in. That's all I'll say about that. It was COVID. There was lots of different friend groups. And each time we repeated, this is your community. You made mistakes and you went back at it. In the past few months, you've just been amazed by the cohesion of this class. You can't believe it. You've taught us when you keep trying to build community, even though you make mistakes, you can make it a reality. Thank you for that lesson. You've taught us that the high school curriculum might need to be a bit expanded. I remember a conversation with a family in this class, and the parents came into my office, and they were so upset about their child's lack of engagement and attendance, and their child simply wasn't interested in the traditional high school curriculum. However, it turns out that that child was very busy starting a business, making thousands and thousands of dollars. Mark Twain famously said, "Don't let school get in the way of your education." You guys taught us that we need to be flexible and follow your passions as we think about what to teach you moving forward. And P.S., for the many of you who own businesses, the Gann Annual Fund closes on June 30th. For real, $18. Finally, and this lesson I think really has stuck with all of us from your particular class, from you guys. In the days after October 7th, Jewish organizations did the best we could. Here we brought in speakers, we honored the dead, we had assemblies, we volunteered, we raised a lot of money. At the end of last year, I assembled about 10 of you to give us hard feedback on Israel education. You were very direct, as you often are. You said, "Dr. Hochman, we need two things from Gann. We need content knowledge about Israeli history and politics, and we need Jewish joy. Stop focusing on the hate," you said, and this is a direct quote, "and focus on the joy." That was such a powerful lesson coming from this class that knows Jewish joy. Guys, your Shabbatonim were epic. We couldn't get you out of here. We would turn on the lights, be like, "Guys, we gotta go." You would still be singing. We couldn't get you out of here during your Shabbatonim. Similarly, in Israel, the amount of Jewish joy. Thank you for giving us, the educators, that important lesson on how we have to hang on to that. Rabbi Hanina, of course, famously taught, "Harbe lamadati merabotai, u'mechaverai yoter merabotai, u'mitamidai yoter mikulan." I have learned much from my teachers, more from my colleagues, and most of all, from my students. Thank you for these lessons. So while we can't give you a lot of advice on how to navigate that world outside, I do think we've given you some skills that together with your innate wisdom will equip you to go and solve those complicated challenges out there. An alumni parent recently told me that she was FaceTiming with her Gann alum, and all these other kids in the dorm room were like crowding into the FaceTime, and they all said, "We wish we went to Gann." From the college dorm. They heard about Gann and they said, "We wish we went to Gann." And they heard about classes like the Hebrew Chef, Advanced Talmud, Number Theory, Engineering, Creative Writing. I could go on and on. You have been exposed to amazing breadth and depth of learning. Use that learning to go out there. Thank you to our teachers for all they have done. Alumni come back and also thank us. You're not going to believe this, but they thank us for teaching you how to write. I know that's hard to believe, especially after our last few months, but you will get to college and realize that because of all of the hard work here in your humanities classes, writing in many genres, across many genres, persuasively, comes much more easily to you. And finally, probably the most important lesson or tool we've given you has to do with how to engage across difference, and Rabbi Lerner spoke about that so beautifully. I recently sat with an individual who's very connected to the admissions at an Ivy League university. And he said, yeah, everybody knows the Gann brand. I was like, oh, I was surprised by that. What's the Gann brand? And he said, your students come, they know how to disagree respectfully, they know how to make very rational arguments, but most importantly, they have empathy for those with whom they disagree. Take those skills, take your wisdom, and go make a difference. Before I end, there's one more hakarat hatov, gratitude, that I'm going to ask you to do. I know we always ask you at Gann to engage in hakarat hatov, which is gratitude. I want all of you guys to stand and look to the left and to the right. You can smile and wave. Before you, you have your teachers, your staff members. They have spent hours tirelessly giving you feedback, preparing for your lessons, worrying about you holistically. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Now I want you to turn around. Yeah, you can wave. Before you are your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your cousins, your extended family and friends. These are the people who brought you to this moment. You could not have done it without them. Take a moment in your heart to really appreciate all they have given you. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. You guys can turn around now. Stay standing. Class of 2025, it has been a great honor to watch your educational journey. Chazak, chazak v'yitchazek. May you go from strength to strength. Mazal tov.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Hochman. Wise words for sure. At this time, I would like to welcome Alyssa Weinfeld to honor our beloved Senora Elena Morgan. Alyssa.
Buenas tardes. Fui muy afortunada por tomar clases con Elena por 3 años, que fueron de las mejores que he tomado. Además de enseñarnos el idioma español, Elena nos enseñó cultura, historia y actualidad. Tanto si Elena nos mostraba fotografías de pintoras famosas para que pudiéramos aprender sobre arte, o nos enseñaba economía para que pudiéramos aprender sobre la historia de Chile, siempre hacía que las clases fueran interesantes y emocionantes. Ella incluso trajo mate, un té sudamericano, para que todos los probáramos, y nos enseñó el baile de tango cuando estábamos aprendiendo sobre Argentina. Ella siempre fue muy comprensiva y compasiva con las necesidades de cada estudiante. Elena, te deseamos mucha suerte en tu jubilación. Muchas gracias por ser una profesora increíble. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I was very fortunate to take classes with Elena for 3 years, which were some of the best classes I have ever taken. In addition to teaching us the Spanish language, Elena taught us about culture, history, and current events. Whether Elena was displaying photos of famous paintings so we could learn about art, or teaching us about economics so we could learn about Chile's history. She always made classes interesting and exciting. She even brought in mate, a South American tea for all of us to try, and she taught us tango dance steps when we were learning about Argentina. Elena was always very supportive and understanding of every student's needs. Elena, we wish you the best of luck in your retirement. Thank you very much for being an incredible teacher.
Alyssa, that was a beautiful tribute. Thank you so much. Okay, I know we are all going to miss Elena, and we all wish her well on her next adventure, although I can't imagine how it's going to top this. Okay, I'm really excited now to bring up Shenanigans and the Red Cleffers for a special performance dedicated, of course, to the class of 2025.
When I grow up, I will be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up. When I grow up, I will be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you're grown up.
And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night, and I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square, and I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. That you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown-up.
When I grow up,
I will have treats every day, and I'll play with things that moms pretend that moms don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun. And I won't burn 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up.
when I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown-up.
When I grow
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. When I grow
Just
up,
because I find myself in this story. It doesn't mean that everything is written for me. If I think the ending is fixed already, I might as well be saying that I think that it's okay. And that's not right. When I grow up.
One, two, three, four.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. As I turn up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind. See the kids on the street, not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their needs? A summer's disregard, a broken bottle heart, and a one-man soul. They follow each other through the window, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know. Starting with the to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at that and then make a change. Na 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 na. I've been a victim of a selfish kind of love. It's time that I realize some with no homes, without a nickel to loan. Could it be really me, pretending that they're not alone? A willow deeply scarred, somebody's broken heart, and a washed out dream. They follow the pattern of the wind, you see, 'cause they got nowhere to be. That's why I'm starting with me. I'm starting to change to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make that change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah, I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make the change. We gotta get it right while we got the time, 'cause when you close your heart, then you close your mind. Yeah, you wanna make the world a better place, then take a look at yourself and then make the change.
Na 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 na. change for once in my life.
Wow, y'all are so good. Thank you, Shenanigans. Thank you, Red Cleffers. Thank you to their musical director, Spike. It's wonderful. Okay, so now it's time for some student reflections. I'd like to invite Talia Porath to join us up here. Talia was chosen by her peers to give the student reflection in English afterwards. William Goloboy and Eitan Leshem will come up to give the student reflection in Hebrew, which translation will be on the screens and live streamed. Talia, it's all yours.
Congratulations, class of 2025, on making it to this point. Our hard work, dedication, and commitment have gotten us so far, and I'm proud of all that we as a class have accomplished. As we stand on the precipice of a new beginning, I have to admit that there are a lot of feelings. But am I scared for us to enter the real world? Absolutely. But that's solely because I've seen some of you driving in the parking lot. Sure, you may have passed Algebra 2 or American History, but it doesn't seem like proper parking 101 quite stuck. But hey, that's rich enough from someone still working on their own license. In all seriousness, though, before we turn the page completely, I want to pause and reflect on the moments that made this chapter what it was. High school is full of many firsts. I remember my first Scam Mimo game, first off-campus Chipotle run, and the first time I was called my twin sister Sophia. Or well, 637th time, to be exact. Regardless, we only have one life, and as much as you loved or hated your high school experience, the moments we shared, laughing and crying, and everything in between have shaped the people we are. All those memories weren't just a part of high school, they were a part of becoming. And that brings me back to a question we've seen every day in the lobby. Who will you become? It's a big question, and honestly, I still don't know the full answer. I know who I want to become. I know my name, the hope, the history it holds. I know my values and my visions, but I don't truly know who I will become. And at this point, I think that's okay. Instead of focusing on the future, I think we should be working to embrace who we are as human beings right now. Not just human doings, but human beings, being fully present in this moment. And part of being present is remembering, not just the big things, but the quiet, ordinary moments that shaped us more than we realized. Like the Zman Kodesh bathroom breaks we all took, or the funny moments in class that you later laugh with your friends over during lunch. And now, as I look around the room, it's the proud faces and the brightly decorated graduation caps and the slightly watering eyes that catch my attention. Not the grades collected, accomplishments achieved, or awards received. In this moment, what I see and what I feel is optimism and hope tinged with the fear of truly growing up. I, for one, look at myself and certainly don't see the chaos-filled late nights prepping for a test or reading over an essay. I do, however, remember them, all those crazy moments and the bittersweet memories they created. Even more, though, it's strange how those early memories stay with you. The ones from before we started worrying about college essays or future plans, when we were young and growing up seemed so far away. When the only thing that made us cry was skinning a knee and we'd fall asleep in the car so our parents would carry us to bed. When the highest place I could be was my dad's shoulder and my mom was my hero. Our worst enemies were our siblings, and most importantly, oh so importantly, a goodbye was never forever. I remember the days when we said we couldn't wait to grow up. Now we have grown up, or well, we're growing up, and we may still see some of the world in that way, but suddenly bikes have become cars, we've stopped playing pretend in the yard, and it feels like we've collected all these ends, despite being on the edge of a great new beginning. This change is hard. How do we carry the past with us, keep an eye on the future, and still manage to be in the present? Unlike these past 4 years, now there's no essay to turn in, no chance to ask for an extension, just a question hanging in the air. Still, maybe that's the beauty of this moment. We don't need all the answers, just the courage to keep going, one honest question at a time. Because here's what I do know, at least. We have been surrounded by people who've shown up, who asked hard questions, who laughed with us during lunch, who helped us with our homework, who reminded us we weren't alone in this blur of what had been 4 magical years. So as we stand on the edge of what's next, it's not just about who we'll become, but how we've learned to be. Between the first we collected and the last we now face, we find meaning in the messy middle. So before we rush forward, let's hold close what carried us, the kindness, the chaos, the people who stayed. Uncertainty may be waiting, but so is possibility. And so, as I stand before you, the class of 2025, sad to say goodbye, I think of the Talmudic quote, Gamzu letova. This too is for the good. It may be new, it may be scary, but we are brave, and this too will be good. Now, I couldn't end this speech without saying thank you. Thank you to the people who helped me get here today. Thank you to the teachers, staff, and everyone who keeps this school running smoothly. To our friends and family, your support means everything. And to our parents, who held our hand at the bus stop, to now cheering us on in a cap and gown, thank you for everything. Congratulations, class of 2025, on all that we will become. I would now like to welcome William Goloboy and Eitam Leshem to reflect on their time at Gann.
Shalom, lechulam, chaverim, morim, mishpachot, ugrei shikvat alpayim esrim v'chamesh. La'amod kan hayom hu rega shelo eshkach. Ze siyum shel tekufa aval gam hatchala shel derech hadasha. Lifnei shehigati leGann Academy, lo limadati sharei ivrit o limudei yahadut. V'lo yadati ad kama halimudim ha'ele yishveu alai. Me'arega harishon, hasharim ha'ele patchu bifnai sharim le'olam shel or da'at v'hashra'a. Hem hadliku bi-esh shel sakranut, v'haru et darkai, be'or gadol. Ad ki chashti hitragshut rabba, shezarma el nishmati. Limadati al Torah, al avodas Hashem, al Medinat Yisrael, al halashon shel ha'am sheli, uviikar al atzmi, ki Yehudi ba'olam moderni. Ba'aviv shel kitatet, kibalni misima, livchor project siyum. Hashavti livchor mashahu pashut, aval chamore sheli, Eli Wickend, Hatzia li etgar, lo safui. Litargem et perkei avot mivrit laanglit. Be'oto hazman kimat v'lo yadati ivrit, v'ze hirgish rachok mikol ma shehikarti, umi etgar. אך למרות זאת התחלתי ללמוד בהדרגה, פסוק אחרי פסוק, מילה אחרי מילה, דף אחרי דף. נאבקתי, התאמצתי, ולא ויתרתי לעצמי. בסופו של דבר סיימתי את התרגום. אולי לא היה זה התרגום המושלם, אבל הוא היה שלי. באותו רגע נפתחו לי שערים, לא רק ללימוד עברית, אלא לחיבור עמוק, יותר לשורשים שלי. בקיץ שלאחר מכן, כבר התחלתי ללמוד גם עברית מקראית וגם עברית מודרנית. והמשכתי להתקדם. בכיתה י"א וי"ב לקחתי כל שיעורי עברית שיכולתי. אני מודה לגן אקדמי, לא רק על ההשכלה, אלא על הדרך. לא רק על השפה, אלא על ההשראה. היום, כשאני מביט סביבי, אני רואה דור של מובלים, חוקרים, יוצרים ומנהגים. אני רואה עתיד מלא בתקווה, וכשאנו יוצאים מכאן לדרכנו, אני מתפעל להשם שנזכור את דברי רבי טרפון. היום קצר והמלאכה מרובה, והפועלים עצלים והשכר הרבה, ובעל הבית דוחק. הזמן קצר והעולם מחכה. יש לנו שליחות, יש לנו אחריות. נדבק באמונה, נפעל באומץ, נשאף לגדולות. בהצלחה לכולנו.
חשבתי הרבה על מה זה אומר לעמוד כאן היום. לא רק כתלמיד שמסיים תיכון, אלא כיהודי, כישראלי, וכחלק ממחזור 2025 של גאן. התחלתי את בית הספר עם עברית שוטפת, ותהיתי מה עוד אוכל ללמוד בשיעורי עברית. אבל כשלמדתי בכיתת דוברי עברית, שירים של שאול צ'רניקובסקי, שירים עם מילים חדשות ומאתגרות, הבנתי שיש לי עוד כל כך הרבה מה ללמוד, לא רק מבחינת השפה והתוכן, אלא גם מהחברים בכיתה. גיליתי עומק חדש ומורכבות בשפה ובתרבות שעוד לא הכרתי, וזאת הייתה רק ההתחלה של המסע עמוק יותר לעיצוב הזהות שלי והקשר לעברית ולתרבות הישראלית. במהלך 4 שנים האחרונות למדנו עברית מודרנית וארמית מקראית, היסטוריה יהודית בתפוצות והגיאופוליטיקה של מדינת ישראל. למדנו איך לספר את הסיפורים שלנו, איך להתווכח ואיך להישאר מחוברים לעצמנו, לעמנו, לזהות שלנו ובעיקר זה לזה. כישראלי, אחד מתוך מעטים בשכבה, נשאתי איתי גם משהו נוסף. בשבילי, ישראל היא לא רק נושא לימוד, היא אישית, היא משפחה, היא בית, גם כשאני רחוק ממנו. מאז 7 באוקטובר, המרחק הזה מרגיש גדול מתמיד, במיוחד כשאני יודע שחברים ובני משפחה שלי משרתים בעזה. התחושות כלפי המצב בישראל גרמו לי להבין את המשמעות והחשיבות של להיות חלק מקהילה. החברים והמורים תמכו בי לאורך כל הדרך, ברגעים הקשים וגם ברגעי השמחה, בשיחות עם שורדי נובה, בעדכוני חדשות מהארץ, בשירת שירים האהוב על שולי כל יום שישי, ובמשחקי כדורגל במשרד של מיסטר בול. הטיול לישראל היה אחד מהחלקים המשמעותיים יותר בתיכון. יחד חווינו מדינה תוססת ומלאת חיים בשוק מחנה יהודה ובתל אביב, בטבע עוצר נשימה בגליל ובים המלח, באתרים היסטוריים כמו מצדה והעיר העתיקה, ובצנות אומנות ואוכל בכל פינה. אבל גם חווינו מדינה בצל מלחמה, עם תמונות חיילים צעירים שנהרגו, דגלים צהובים ופוסטרים של החטופים, ומקומות כמו קיבוץ דפנה שבצפון, שבו התנדבנו לעזור לקהילה שרק החלה לבנות את חייה מחדש. אבל דווקא בתוך הקושי וחוסר הוודאות, הדבר הכי נגע בי היה החוסן של האנשים שפגשנו, הרוח שלא נשברת, הנחישות לבנות מחדש והתקווה שממשיכה לפעום גם כשכואב. כקבוצה לא רק טיילנו בארץ, התחברנו אליה, רקדנו יחד בקבלת שבת, שאלנו שאלות קשות במוזיאונים ובאתרי זיכרון. חלקנו שירה שקטה סביב מדורה וצחוק מתגלגל בנסיעות ארוכות באוטובוס. חווינו את המורכבות, היופי והעוצמה של ישראל, והחוויה הזו חיברה אותנו לארץ ובעיקר זה לזה. אבל זה לא באמת חשוב אם עמדתי בכותל או בלובי של גן. כל עוד אני מוקף בחברי לכיתה, אני יכול להיות עצמי. וכשאנחנו נפרדים מבית הספר, אני לוקח איתי לא רק הבנה עמוקה יותר של מי אני ומה היכולות שלי, אלא גם תחושת שייכות לקהילה, והכי חשוב, חברים לכל החיים.
Thank you to Eitan Leshem for a fantastic speech. Let's hear it for Eitan. At this time, we invite everyone to view a video from our classmates, Natanya Daniels and Orly Bolin, talking about their artistic collaboration to honor Hirsch Goldberg Poland.
I'm Orly, and I conceptualized and constructed this piece.
I'm Natanya, and I painted the photos in this piece.
And this artwork features Hirsch and his family. I've been thinking about Hirsch at the beginning of the year, especially because that was right when he was killed. I knew that I wanted to do something because I had been following his story and his family's story for so long at that point that I just felt like I needed to do something.
When Orly proposed this idea to me, I wasn't sure what to expect, and then she showed me kind of what she had planned out, and I saw her vision, which was a great vision.
An agamograph is a two-sided piece of artwork. It has slats that you can view two different images from different perspectives. So one side you have one full image spanning the slats, and then you can look at it from another position and you'll see another image. It is named after this Israeli artist, Yaakov Agam.
I don't think I fully understood what big of a role he played until we went to Israel and I saw how incorporated the Madrichim were with our whole class and how close they worked with us, and it made me think more about how devastating that loss was for, of course, his family and everyone who knew him, but the Gann community that was with him in Israel as well.
My name is Ben Spira. I was a 2023 Gann student, and I had the luxury to spend about a month in Israel with Hirsch along with the rest of my classmates.
I think about him a lot and just how much of a bright light he had.
Hirsch was always easy to talk to and just fun to be around.
Post high school grad and post Israel trip, I share him to anyone I can all the time. I talk about him, I tell his story because, I want the people around me and anyone to know how impactful he was.
I've been doing art for my whole life, but I've never been involved in a project like this that was so like emotional and tailored for such a specific group of people. And I think that has helped me see more of the art I want to do in the future.
It's really great working with you.
It was great working with you too, Orly.
Thank you. Each year, the senior class selects one person from the faculty that they want to listen to give a speech. This year, that honor goes to Sam Davis, who is part of our history department. So I invite Sam up with his iconic baseball cap to deliver the speech to the senior class.
Hi. Cindy's right about this. As a teacher, one of the greatest compliments a student can give is for a graduating class to say, hey, can you talk to us some more? Somehow they're not sick of hearing what you have to say. I have tremendous affection for this class, and I'm so honored and so happy to have the chance to speak to you as your teacher one more time. For the graduates, something really interesting is going to happen to you in about 2 months. Your parents are going to drive you to the airport for your gap year adventures, or they're going to drop you off at your college dorm, and then they're going to leave. It's going to be you and your luggage alone on the plane or in your cinder block dorm room. And the question before you will be, now what? Last July, my wife Veronica gave birth to our first child, Naomi. Yeah, totally. Watching the kid grow over the past 11 months, I learned something that's worth thinking about as you embark on this new stage, which is that all of life, whether you realize it or not, is a process of becoming. Let me explain. Babies change fast. When you were a baby, you changed day by day faster than you will at any other point in your life. You were born a crying potato. Your eyes could tell light from dark. You knew warm from cold, and you knew when you were hungry. And that was about it. And you could poop as well. But by the end of that first year, you had become an adorable little kid. You held your head up for the first time. You smiled for the first time. You rolled over for the first time. You laughed for the first time. You ate food for the first time. Over those 12 months, you kind of stayed the same little person, but you also became someone totally new. So you're not babies anymore. You're 18 or in the neighborhood, and you are, of course, wise in the ways of the world with 4 years of high school fading in the rearview mirror. And you will soon begin a year of firsts every bit as intense as that first year of your life. The person you are right now will no longer exist. You will become someone new. Your loved ones in the back will see it when you come home. Your teachers will see it when you come and visit. For some of you, it will be really obvious. New styles, new opinions, new piercings proudly displayed, and so on. For others, it may be something quieter, maybe something in the way you hold yourself. You may not even be aware of it, but the ones who know you dearly most certainly will be. To leave Gann, this place that has become as familiar to you as your bedroom curtains or your parents' cooking, where each member of your class knows your name and your life story and your reputation, where your teacher will set aside an hour to help you build your argument on a paper or check your work on a problem set, to suddenly find yourself an anonymous little fish among tens of thousands swimming in the same current. Who exactly will you become? Yeah, it's the great Gann question. It's the one we put on the marketing materials and paint on the walls. It's the one Talia very eloquently asked in her speech. Who will you become? To echo Dr. Hockman, this question did concern your teachers, by the way, when you were freshmen. We all swore we had never met such an off-the-wall, immature bunch of 13-year-olds who would not stop saying the dumbest things to each other in class, and the less said about what we overheard you say in the halls. Even better. But I've been teaching at Gann for 7 years, and I have never taught a grade with quite the same capacity for growth, for becoming something better. As you are today, you collectively show a warmth and sense of community and love of learning. You are our school at its best. Your quirks and eccentricities, your interests and insights have made you one of my favorite years ever to teach. I'm sure many of your teachers will say the same. And if they don't, they can lie about it. It's from this foundation that you will face the challenges of adult life. This time around, there will be a lot fewer guardrails. No one will be there to tell you to pick 2 trivial examples, to turn in your work on time. Trivial in the big picture, sorry, please do it. No one will be there to tell you to turn your work in on time or to get enough sleep. No one will mediate your disagreements with classmates coming from vastly different backgrounds in terms of religion, class, race, and politics. No one will teach you the magic path to not crashing and burning on the dating scene. You will have to figure all these things out for yourself, without the watchful eyes of caring authority figures following your every step. How cool is that? When my parents drove away in August 2008, leaving me alone in my room at McGill, I remember feeling a vivid mix of elation that the rule makers were gone and immediate, intense homesickness. I felt as though I had been dropped off not in Montreal, one of the coolest cities in North America, but in the middle of the prairie in Saskatchewan at night with no direction. I was there to get a degree in jazz saxophone performance, which in hindsight was a weird thing for my parents to let me do. I had graduated from the Commonwealth School in downtown Boston, which was about half the size of this one. My graduating class had 35 students. Everybody knew everybody. I fit in. I loved it. The transition to a college of 30,000 was devastating to my sense of self. Nobody knew me, and also nobody cared. So I tried to build a new self by being really, really good at music. At first, this meant being an imitator. My saxophone hero was Paul Desmond, who had a tone like golden honey and improvised the most gorgeous melodies. I spent an entire year of my life trying to become a carbon copy of this guy, whose music career had peaked in 1959. As time went on, I realized that actually everybody in the program was trying to play like somebody else, to be a human emulator. Guitarists chose their pedals to sound exactly like their idols. Drummers spent 8 hours a day channeling the sound of someone else's ride cymbal. Our professors, who were staunch jazz traditionalists, this is a thing that exists, they actually encouraged this. Their theory was that to have an original voice, we first had to be really good imitators. We had to imitate the masters. In practice, many of us graduated stuck on that imitation phase. As you try to figure yourself out in college, you may not feel the urge to become Paul Desmond, although, go for it if the urge strikes. But I promise you will feel the pressure to conform, to become an imitation of someone else. It might be a professor who seems to have all the right answers. It might be a brilliant classmate who has more conviction in their opinions than you have in your own. It might be some talking head you follow on social media. One day you notice that the things coming out of your mouth are not actually your thoughts. They belong to this other person. Being an imitator will probably work for you for a while, if this does happen. Repeating those ready-made ideas, like a human version of ChatGPT, will make you feel smart. It might help you hold your ground hold your ground in a seminar, or win an argument with a classmate. For a while, I definitely felt cool when I improvised using someone else's ideas. It took a long time to realize that this was a dead end. If I followed it, it would be the death of me as a creative being. I'll let you in on a secret, which is that many people never move past the phase of imitation. You can see why. Not only is it easy, but the rewards for becoming a good imitator can be immense. You will find that in adult life, learning the right buzzwords, having the right opinions, and following the right trends can make you enormously successful. Whether you go into education or engineering, you will quickly learn what those trends are and how the game of your particular field is played. One way you can get around this in the long run, keep your critical thinking in good working order. College will be a place of deep learning and deep community for you, I promise you that. But it can also be a place of cheap buzzwords, of moral grandstanding, technological fads, and dogmatic thinking. In a word, BS. And unfortunately, you are coming of age in a world where BS manifests in the devices you hold in the palms of your hands and the laptops on which you will write your college papers. Fake news, AI-generated knowledge compiled from sources that don't exist, advertising dressed up as information. You should know that the goal of a lot of this stuff is to shape your thoughts, to convert you into followers, to support the interests of the powerful. So I want you, this is your final assignment, I want you to fine-tune your BS detector. Keep it in good working order. It will give you a healthy skepticism of those who seem to offer all the answers and have an uncritical faith in their own rightness, whether they be human or machine. In my third year of music school, the pressure of not being good enough got to me, and I had a genuine emotional breakdown that lasted about a week. I came out the other side cured of my desire to imitate, but I had picked up an unhealthy anger at the authority figures in my life. My art now reflected that. My playing became abrasive, like a Brillo pad. My compositions became louder and uglier as I attempted to piss off my teachers. I found a cohort of similarly angry young musicians who felt the way I did. Together we became musically unshackled and kind of toxic. We loved talking about how dumb our teachers were and how dumb music school was. Even as we found our voice as musicians, we became totally cynical about the whole thing, blind to the fact that music school had given us the setting to figure out who we were as creative people. The irony was totally lost on us. So this is the tightrope of becoming a young person in the world, to walk the path between conforming to what your parents and teachers and bosses want you to be and rejecting all of them out of spite. I started today by thanking you for the enormous honor of choosing me as your graduation speaker, one of the greatest compliments students can give a teacher. I wanted to end by suggesting an honor that's even greater. And some of you may not like it. Walt Whitman, maybe the greatest American poet of the 19th century, also taught for a while in the New York public schools. Whitman was a true believer in the power of education to uplift ordinary people and to make civilization a better place. And his message to students was the following: the student most honors my style who learns under it to destroy the teacher. At first glance, this makes no sense. How could you possibly honor your teachers by destroying them? I don't know, Walt. There are two ways to read that passage. One is a safe way. If destroy to Whitman means to surpass your teachers, to take whatever we give you and make it better, to uplift yourselves and your community, your country, your world, then great. Isn't that nice? There's a less safe and I think more exciting way to read it too. Whitman did not say surpass, he said destroy. And I think he meant it. You should use the tools we've taught you, the sharp critical thinking, the drive to ask truly difficult questions. Use those things to demolish our old assumptions when they prove no longer true. Free yourself from the safe opinions handed down from your authority figures and build a better world than the one we've given you. Whatever path you take, what greater honor could you give your teachers? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Okay, so now it's time for the reason we're all here. It is my honor, my delight, yes, and my privilege as the Dean of Students for the class of 2025 to present you for graduation and to invite you to receive your diplomas. Presenting diplomas to our graduates today are the head of school, Dr. Dahlia Hockman, assistant head of school for student experience, Mr. David Ball, assistant head of school for teaching and learning, Dr. Marion Menzen, and director of Jewish student life, our own Simon Luxembourg. Graduates, it's now time to receive your diplomas. We've practiced this, so you know what to do when I call your name. Please come up and receive your diploma. You guys ready? Me too. Jonah Eichler. Talia Porath. William Gullaboy. Okay. Eitan Leshem. You did great. Gedalia Gordon. Ariel Constantine. Lex Frank. Chelsea Nurek. Maya Shore. Gaia Segre. Ella Spindler. Alyssa Weinfeld. That's okay. Ethan Achel-Diev. Jack Babson. Lila Baskin. Gabe Blumberg. Orly Bolin. Ariella Brown. Jordan Burkatowski. Alan C. Lasky. Natanya Daniels. Mayan Diener Chodikar. That's right. Isaac Ellis. Lily Engel. Ayelet Feingold. Serena Frank. Ali Fransblow. Crazy good. Lily Frazier. Edward Teddy Friedman. Eli Gaffin.
Thank you.
Matan Gans. Liel Gershon. Orly Gold. Eliezer Gorfine. Nathaniel Jacob Grandel. Congratulations. James Hirsch. Gabriella Kaplan. Sam Kaplan. Dove Clapper. That was real. Jessica Klebaner Schiff. Zoe Kopko. Ron Lackman. Congratulations. You did make it. Yeah. Matan Lakin. Matan Lerner. Maya Lowenberg. Gabrielle Maman. Elijah Margolis. Amalia McCoy. Judah Meltzner. Come on. Natan Meyer. Jessica Michael. Ben Malinsky. Got the back of the bus. Alexandra Morris. Jonah Nathanson. Elon Newman. Thank you. Georgia Odorchik. Harper Pierce. Sorry about that, Jake. Jake Arelowitz. Sorry, guys. Okay, Jake. Okay. Rafi Pinels. Sophie Porath. Theodore Teddy Post. Wow. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Eden Rackover. Gabby Raymond. Zalman Richmond Shazier. Benjamin Reisman. Amelie Rosen Gozani. Kochav Ross. Galit Szymanski. I'm so proud of you. Elisheva Sharf. Mayan Schukert. Nathan Selig. Nathan Shabashov. Tabitha Schneider. Ezra Silver. Libby Sivan. Noah Smith. Jordan Solomon. Jaden Spira. Olivia Stahl Schuler. Rain Stevenson. Naomi Stahl. Elijah Sullivan. Adam Taglieri. Nick Tuchin. Maya Uretsky. Juliana Vegas. Giselle Vilkamir. Zoe Weitzman. Reba Wynn. Omer Yahalom.
Thank you so much. Good luck.
and Elif Zanzuri. Whew. That's a lot. Okay, catch my breath and survey the class. At this time, I'd like to invite Rabbi Sarah Meyerowitz up to lead us in a blessing for you, the class of 2025.
Hello, honored graduates. It is such an honor to be sending you off with a few blessings. And I must say, this is an extraordinarily challenging moment to be starting your journey into the world. It is a very difficult time for our people in Israel and elsewhere, for our country, for our world, for our planet. But you know what? It's okay, because you got this. I have complete confidence in your ability to ask the hard questions, to listen with openness and humility, to reevaluate your positions, to connect to others with compassion, to work to mend our broken world. So in that spirit, I want to offer you two blessings, one from your teachers and one along with your parents. Teachers first. The first blessing comes from the Babylonian Talmud, Tractate Brachot, page 17a. This is a tractate many of you have studied at Gann, including many of you with me. And this section gives us models of the personal prayers that rabbis would offer at different times. And the section I'm about to read for you, and I'll read it in English translation only, this is a section that this section is a prayer that the students of Rav Ami would offer each other as they left the Beit Midrash. So as you leave Gann's Beit Midrash and classrooms, we, your teachers, offer this to you. May you live to see your world fulfilled. May your destiny be for worlds still to come, and may you trust in generations past and yet to be. May your hearts be filled with intuition, and your words be filled with insight. May songs of praise ever be on your tongue, and your vision be on a straight path before you. May your eyes shine with the light of Torah, and your faces reflect the brightness of the heavens. May your lips speak wisdom, and your core guide you upright, even as you ever yearn to hear the words of the holy ancient one of old. And for our second blessing from your parents, and I will lead your parents through this blessing. We will close with Birkat Kohanim, the priestly blessing, which we read just a week or so ago in Sefer Bamidbar, which parents have offered their children on Friday nights for centuries. So at this moment, I invite all parents, caregivers, others who have nurtured the growth of the class of 2025 to rise. And we're going to recite the priestly blessing together, which you can find on the inside back cover of your programs. And class of 2025, you can rise as well and face your parents and your loved ones as they offer you this blessing. So again, here we go. Inside back cover. Parents and caregivers, please recite this blessing with me. Hebrew first, then English. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. In English. May God bless you and keep you. May God shine God's face upon you and be gracious to you. May God lift up God's face to you and grant you peace. Amen. Thank you. You may be seated.
Thank you, Rabbi Meyerowitz, parents. In just a moment, our faculty is going to rise and form two lines through which the graduates will pass to celebrate and honor you, the class of 2025. But right now, I invite the graduates to rise, please. At this time, I invite you to move your tassels. Yes, this is the moment. I want to get it right. From left to right. It is with deep joy, immense pride, and wonder that I present the Gann Academy class of 2025. You may now toss your caps. Okay. I feel like we should break into Simon Tov and Mazel Tov. At this time, graduates, some more instructions, because you know, that's how we roll here. Family, friends, and loved ones, thank you for sharing in this most joyous occasion as we honor the class of 2025. As we conclude our ceremony, I ask that you remain seated until the recessional is complete, and then I invite you to join us upstairs in the dining hall on the patio for some photo opportunities, some refreshments, and more celebrations. At this time, faculty are forming their lines, led by Dr. Menzen and Mr. Ball. Graduates, we need to wait a minute as they get in line. This could take a minute. We could sing Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, and Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov,
Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Simon Tov, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, Yeheilanu, 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 Ulachol Yisrael, Yeheilanu, Yeheilanu, Ulachol Yisrael, Yeheilanu, Yeheilanu, Ulachol Yisrael, Yeheilanu, Yeheilanu, Ulachol Yisrael.
בשנה הבאה נשב על המרפסת ונספור ציפורים נודדות, ילדים בחופשה ישחקו תופסת בין הבאים לבין השדות. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. ענבים אדומים יבשילו עד הערב ויוגשו צוננים לשולחן, ורוחות רדומים ייסעו עליהם הדרך עיתונים ישנים בענן. בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. בשנה הבאה. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. בשנה הבאה נפרוס כפות ידיים מול האור הניגר הלבן. הנפה לבנה תפרוס באור כנפיים והשמש תזרח בתוכן. עוד תראה כמה טוב יהיה בשנה הבאה. 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 בשנה הבאה. בשנה הבאה.
So small, being just one soul in a world that's moving round. Wondering if you've got a place or just taking up space that's seeing it upside down. You've got a trail to blaze, you've got a path to pave, part of a picture grand, a bigger plan. So step outside yourself, think of somebody else. They're waiting for you to stand. Everyone's a dogma, step up, you're a dogma, lighting up the world by leaving a mark. There's someone to inspire and keep taking higher. Just fire them up with your spark. You're the one that is counting on, so run with it and don't walk away. You've gotta be a dogma, and you they'll see that dogma. Lead the way and be the change. Just living it's enough to lift them up, and that's just where it starts. Yes, that kind of influence will reach your friends, spreading from the heart. You'll get your message out, cause you're proud. All around, they're bound to pick up on your passion true, and they'll take action too, cause all of you impart that you are a dogma. Everyone's a dogma, lighting up the world by leaving a mark. There's someone to inspire and keep taking higher. Just fire them up with your spark. You're the one that is counting on, so run with it and don't walk away. You gotta be a dogma, and you they'll see that dogma. Lead the way and be the change. Don't be one to settle. He gave you your abilities, so move it up a level. Own up to who he needs you to be. It's my gift from Shamayim, so I'm stepping out to the call. We can do it together. We'll be living examples of it all. Someone to inspire, keep taking higher.
השם הוא אבא טוב והוא תמיד מתפאר בי, רואה בי רק את הנקודות הטובות, רואה שאני רוצה להיות טוב רק לא יוצא לי, וחסרות לי כולה כמה תפילות. והשם הוא גם ראה את הרצון שהיה לי, כשניסיתי לו אמרתי נואש, רואה בביזיון שלי במר שהרגשתי, איך התחלתי כל פעם שוב מחדש. והשם יתברך תמיד אוהב אותי ותמיד יהיה לי רק טוב, השם יתברך תמיד אוהב אותי ותמיד יהיה לי רק טוב, ויהיה לי